You're in the very business of people selling to you and pitching to you. We both sit on a similar show where people come in and pitch to us. You're seeing at times 10 to 12 pitches a day. So you've developed this muscle over the last couple of decades now, almost this instinctive spidey sense of when an entrepreneur will be successful, at least in the context of securing investment. What have you come to learn about the attributes of the ones that are successful? Is there anything one can take from that?
In the moment when that entrepreneur comes out onto the carpet, in the context of Shark Tank or Dragon's Den even, they need the setup shot of the product with the entrepreneur, and they have, in our case, a steady cam or a jib that comes down and shoots it. So the stage director, Eric, is his name, I've worked with him for years, says to the entrepreneurs I've never met, usually it's a team or it's a family or it's whatever, 3 or 4, 2 people, whatever, hold, 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 don't speak, hold, hold, don't mind the camera coming into your face, hold, hold, maybe for 2 minutes. And I'm right there in front of them. I'm 12 feet from them, and I just look at them. Not smiling, not blinking, not frowning, just looking at them. And before they say a single word, I know if they're winners or losers. Just like that. And why is that? Why is that? And I'm right probably 99% of the time. Maybe I get it wrong, 1 out of 100. I doubt it though. You walk in a room, even though you've practiced, you're in the context of Shark Tank, 20 plus cameras, $1 billion plus in the 5 chairs there. You've been practicing for months your pitch, but it wasn't the real deal. Here you are, cameras are rolling, tape is running. You know you've only got so many minutes. This is your moment. And you're on national television, 100 plus million people will see you in syndication. It's all in your mind, it's all in your mind. It's going through your head. Can you project who you are with your eyes and the way you're standing? Can you project your confidence? Or are you looking at the ground? Or are you looking away from me because you can't stand me looking at you directly without saying anything to you? Or do you push back? Or do you say, I'm gonna stake my aura, I'm gonna stake my ground here. I'm gonna show you I'm ready. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
And I can feel it. I can see that they're ready to do battle. They're ready to answer. They're ready to present. They're ready, or they're not. And I've taken that out of the Shark Tank. I see that every day in life. I see it. So you have to learn how to project yourself in front of your peers or who you want to lead or teach, or if you're a general or a preacher. That is maybe an innate something you're born with, or maybe you can learn that. I don't know, I don't care. But if you don't have it, you're gonna fail. And that's before a word is spoken. Before the first word is spoken. And so then what has to happen? Then Eric says, go, you're on. And everybody's just sitting there looking at you. Can you articulate your idea in 90 seconds or less? Can you, whatever props you have or whatever you're gonna say, can I get the big idea right away? The ones that had that aura generally get there. 30 seconds later, I get it. I get what they're here for. I understand their product. Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, great ideas are a dime a dozen. I mean, there's millions of them. The next phase begins. This is after 90 seconds. Can you explain why you're the right person to execute on this idea and create a business from it? Because you know something about this space. You worked for a competitor. You've tried 3 times before and failed. You figured out what you did wrong. What is it about you or your team that can take this idea and make it happen? Now, when you get those 2 things together, you can feel the aura of the room. The isotope is sizzling because you've de-risked a great idea. You got an operator in, but then the third thing, this is the killer. It's the killer. I've seen it so many times in real life, and Shark Tank's real life it is, but you got to know your numbers. How big is the market? How fast is it growing? What's the gross margin? I mean, I've said this a million times to people. I teach this every day. How many competitors are there? When are you going to break even? What month? If you get the first two right and you don't know your numbers, you deserve to burn in hell, and I'll put you there myself. I mean, you wasted an opportunity for an entrepreneur that did know their numbers, that could have been in that spot, that I could have invested in. You don't know your numbers. I'd take you up behind the barn and shoot you. You should have brought somebody that understands the language of business, because those three together are the definition of leadership, right there.
I've never heard someone talk about aura in entrepreneurship quite like that. And I was just trying to, for the people listening that are either trying to figure out if they have an aura or to grow that aura, what does it look and feel like? Is it physically? Is it shoulders back? Is it, you said it's eye contact, or is it indescribable? And do you think you could take someone who doesn't have that aura in business and teach them it? Does business give you that aura?
I think you can teach it. I certainly try and teach it to my children. I try and teach it to my students. And the best way to do it is to look at yourself in the mirror sometime. You know, just, what do you look like to yourself? You know, if you're gonna go make a presentation to take down $1 million line of credit or something, you wanna dress the part, obviously. But you're gonna walk in a room with, you know, a loan officer and maybe an assistant, maybe one other, depending on the size of the deal. They'll have never met you, probably, and you're gonna have to project yourself in those seconds as you're walking up to shake their hands. What does that take? It takes an aura of confidence, and it's in the eyes, it's in the way you're standing, it's in how the way you're dressed. It's not a joke to be dressed for success. You know, it's something about presenting yourself and keeping your eyes focused on who's talking to you, so that they know that you're absorbing the information, that you respect the information, that you're about to get into a narrative with them of respect, even though there may be disagreements. All of this is happening in the first 60 seconds, and it's setting up for the rest of your life with that person. It could be who you're gonna marry, it could be who you're gonna work with, it could be your partner in business, it could be your banker, it could be anybody. It could be a soldier that's gonna give up their life for you. It's sort of, who are you? That's it.